What's going on, guys? I hope you're very well. Today we're gonna do a short update, a little like pruning on this little 3 ficuses. This one right here doesn't look like a ficus, but it is. It's a Ficus Carica, or a fig tree, as we usually call it. And you've seen these all. You've seen these 3 plants in previous videos, and like I said, this is just going to be an update on how they're doing, what we can do. So let's go right ahead into it. Now we're going to start with this one right here. So each of these are going to take center stage in just a minute, but right now let's focus on the smaller one, right? So as you can see, this is a little how to make a root over rock bonsai, and we can see that it's doing well, but there is this little note here. This used to be complete. You can see that there's a missing piece from this little rock right here, and this all happened because I was watering this plant. Well, every plant that I have, I was watering them, and the hose just knocked this whole thing over. So it fell, and of course this became loose. And there's another thing right here. I don't know if you can see. Let's see if the camera can focus. But this stone in particular, this mineral in particular, is very brittle. You know, it breaks, and this little thing right here, this little chunk, just completely fell off. And actually, you can see that there's a very, very fine line running all the way to the bottom. So maybe this is not going to be the, the permanent rock for this little guy. But right now, it's doing well. And as you can see, well, it's sent out new foliage, and it's completely grasping the rock. So that's very good. Oh, so there, you can see that line right there. See that? It's very brittle, and maybe in the future it's going to come off completely. But in the meantime, we can see that it's doing very well. And like I said, we're going to do a light pruning today to encourage ramifying. And we can start with this little branch right here. See this? This little branch that is growing inwards. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and remove that. Just so that we can open up this area right there. And the rest, they're very long. So we're just going to cut back to encourage ramifying. There we go. There we go. And I don't know if you can see it right here, but there's a small bud right there. It's very good. It's growing in a very good direction. So I think we're going to go ahead and remove the whole thing. So there we go. I don't think we're going to remove this just because I just want this plant to be, vigorous and maybe send out aerial roots. If we could get aerial roots in this area right here, we can get them to go down here. That'll be perfect. We wouldn't have to change the rock in the future. So as usual, we can make cuttings. We can take cuttings with these little guys right here. So I'm going to put them to the side. So that's number 1. It's doing well. As you can see, I've started to water this. I completely removed the little bottle, and I just exclusively water here in the little container. So that's the first one, right? Let's just put that right there. And let's continue with the second one. The second one is a bit older, and as expected, it's a bit more advanced. You can see that because it's been raining these past few days, it's been sending out aerial roots, and that's perfect. We just want these aerial roots to hit the ground, right? To hit the soil, and that will thicken them and will look very good. Now, I don't think I want to have this tree grow any taller. Yeah. Just because, like we said in the previous video, if we have a tree that looks super tall and we have a very tiny rock in the bottom, that's not going to look good. So what we're going to do today, we're going to prune that. Let me just set the camera right there. And we're going to do a little bit of branch selection. In order to do that, we need to prune, right? So I think this one is a very good branch because it grows here. Yeah, in a lower section, a lower portion of the tree. And that in the future we could get more aerial roots and, you know, have a nice little banyan tree. So this one we're gonna keep. Here we need to make a cut because these two are growing from the same point. So I think we're gonna go ahead and remove this one altogether. This one right here, another cutting. We're gonna keep this one. We're also gonna keep that one. And the other ones I'm just gonna prune so I can ramify. That one right there. We can ramify this one right here. I think this one is super strong. And I don't think we're gonna keep it. So, bye-bye. Ramify this one. Yeah, I think we could even go harder on this one right here. We'll just leave it there for the moment. We ramify this one right here too. We cut to ramify. And of course these two as well. Let's see. Are you guys watching this? Sorry. There. There. So you see the difference? It's very noticeable. So as we can see, these little branches, instead of going up, are now going to go, you know, to the side, sideways. And that's gonna be very good. Now here we have these little leaves that are growing from the corners, from the little armpits of the branches. So we can go ahead and remove those two, so we can encourage the branch and not that little leaf to become stronger, right? There we go. You can see the latex that's just flowing and flowing. Like I said, we've been having rainy days, and that nitrogen infused water, it's just liquid gold for the plants. There we go. Let's see if we have more here. I think that's it, you guys. As you can see, it's starting to look very interesting. Yeah. Those aerial roots are really going to look good in the near future. And we can see it's just pushing out tons of it. Some of them are even growing upwards. That's crazy, right? So there we go. It's number 2. And finally, if we clean this mess, this whole bunch of cuttings right here, we can continue with the third one. And I'm really excited about this one. It's super young, but it's looking very good. I'm gonna take the camera. So it's this little Ficus Carica or fig tree. Remember? This is the one that we talked about like I don't know, like 2 or 3 videos before. So it's growing well. Now, as you can see, it's still very fragile because it's not very secure. It's not very firm. It hasn't grasped the stone completely, but we can see that it's pushing out new roots there. So that's perfect. And I was rotating it, and we can see that we have another root. Granted, it's a very weak root, but another root right there that has just touched the soil. So we can expect that to, become stronger and stronger. Right? So with this one, it's very easy what we're going to do. And what I did is that I've been removing little sections of plastic of this nursery bag. I just cut like this. Yeah, I just make a cut here. And then I go all along the circumference of this little nursery bag. And that's how I decrease the volume of the soil. And that's how I get the little plant to send out more roots to grasp onto the rock. right? So what we're going to do today, we're going to try and bigorize these little shoots that are growing inside of a plant, in the inner section of the plant. So in order to do that, we need to defoliate a little bit or cut the leaves, bigger leaves that are covering other shoots. Yeah, we're going to do that. Look at that. See that? Just like milk dripping. Yeah, so in this case, for example, we can see that there is a little bud right there, and that's what we want. We want new growth here that can grow to this side. So this whole section right here is useless, so we're going to go ahead and remove it. There we go. And I think that's pretty much it, right? We're going to leave the rest there. Let me see. I think that's it. So there we go. It's very simple, very easy, but these are certainly things that we need to do as we go along, because it's easier to do them right now, and it'll look good in the future. It'll look better than if we just leave them to grow and grow, and then we have to make a huge cut, and then we'd have a big gaping hole in the tree. So if it's good that we go cutting, that we go clipping as the tree grows. As the tree grows, as the tree progresses, that's a clip and grow method that I really like. And Nigel Saunders, for example, Nigel Saunders uses, and his trees are, mega. So that's perfect. That's it, you guys. That's all for this video. I hope you liked it. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. If you have any comments, questions, anything, please drop them down below. Drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.